Ago, if you would have told me I'd be standing right here, I wouldn't have believed it.
There's a large portion of the population that's 35 and under in Louisiana and that votes. And so I think it's important to have that representation here in Louisiana.
We are very nimble in our policy discussions. We can see both sides.
Millennials are defined as those born in the early 80s on through the late 90s.
I guess I'm the senior member of the millennial class. I was born in 81.
There's a perception that we're not hardworking, that we think that everything is handed to us.
We enjoy it. We enjoy teaming up with everyone here, whether they're old, young, and just developing good legislative policies.
According to the Pew Research Center, millennials are now the second largest generation with voting rights, something that continues to shape state politics.
Gives the chamber or the body as a whole a different perspective.
And we bring a lot of forward-thinking legislation.
That's kind of like a little endearment that we have with one another, because we kind of know, like you're in the club and I'm in the club too.
Millennial legislatures are something new. You won't find a lot of research online, so those in Louisiana are stepping up to set an example using technology in the process.
I filed a bill dealing with online, with privacy of social media, and many of the members, they weren't social media savvy, so they didn't really understand what we were trying to do. So it took 2 years to get a bill passed.
They're using social media in a new way too.
I get a lot of people that will say, man, I love your live updates, or the ability to communicate something very quickly to people in your district.
People want to have direct access to you, and I think that's a good thing. It creates more transparency.
You have to be active on social media now. On Instagram, I probably have about 12,000 followers and talk a lot about what's going on here.
I do have a Facebook and an Instagram and a Twitter account, and that's something that I think some of the older members don't know how to work too well. They either hire someone to do it or they stay away from it.
I probably get more messages through like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that than I do on phone calls.
And I didn't shy away from asking them if being a millennial legislator is a title they wear proudly.
When I'm referred to as such, I kind of get a little excited because I'm just at the cusp, so I barely made it, so I'm trying to hold on to it.
I think my face says it all, I think, right?
You'll even find one millennial with a Hollywood background.
I was on the History Channel's Top Shot. We did a lot of interviews on the reality show, and there was a lot of politics. It was sort of a training camp for the legislature.
But wearing that title of millennial legislator comes with its challenges, too.
You're trying to manage a young family and also manage some long hours here at the Capitol.
In the midst of being in committee, being on the floor, and preparing for future days, I'm also trying to coordinate bounce houses and clowns to do balloons and face painting.
At the end of the day, however, they all agree, regardless of age, everyone's there working toward the same thing.
And we want all segments of our population represented here because that's what this body is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a representation of the state.
We're all Louisianians, and we all represent voices of Louisianians, and we're all here to move Louisiana forward.
Kellyanne Biley, Local 33 News.